Welcome to the Charley Casserly Draft Special. I was in the NFL for 29 years, 16 years as a general manager. I drafted hundreds of players. What I'm going to do is give you an inside look at how a team and a general manager approaches the spring. We're at Cole Fieldhouse at the University of Maryland. We're going to have DJ Moore from the University of Maryland, Kyle Lauletta, the quarterback from Richmond, and I'm going to put him through a workout. Then we're going to go on the board, then we're going to interview him. And this is exactly how an NFL team approaches the spring.
This is the Charley Casserly Draft Special.
This is Charley Casserly at the University of Maryland, getting ready to shoot a workout here. Here's who I got. Richmond quarterback Kyle Lauletta. Brought one of his best receivers right here, D.J. Cherry. Over here I got DJ Moore, University of Maryland. Hey, this is your house, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and we got Tavon Jacobs, another player from the University of Maryland, going to help us out. In watching you on tape, one of the best things you do to me is instant acceleration after you catch the ball. Okay, in other words, everybody catches it, makes a move. Well, you catch and make a move, that first 5 yards is better than anybody I've seen in the draft. You explode. Okay, that's what I saw on tape. I saw it catch it, boom, catch it and boom. Very good, that's excellent, okay. All right, good job. The single most important thing a receiver does is separation, okay? That's it. In other words, the ability to get open. Now, people say, well, that's kind of a stupid thing to say. Isn't the idea to get open, all right? But I did a study, DJ, on wide receivers, on why they succeeded and failed. Separation. Okay. The ability to get open. It doesn't make any difference how big you are, how fast you are. If you can't do this and get away and beat a guy one-on-one, you can't play. Okay, what we're going to do, we're going to run a 10-yard in with a press. That's it. Good, excellent. Perfect. Good job, Kyle. Right on the money. All right, same thing I saw on tape. Good, excellent. You got really quick feet. When you move, you're quick, okay? And you got to do a job with your hands, okay? When you study tape, there's very few cornerbacks that actually use the hands, okay, in the press. And I don't understand that. Now, the guy who's really good at it is Richard Sherman. How do you beat a physical corner?
Just match the physicality, using my hands, just moving them with my body and just using my body at the line or even in the route.
Okay, that's good. That's exactly what you should do there.
Like a speed out, 6-step out. Here we go. It's hot.
Okay, good. That's it. You know, what we're doing here, too, is a little bit unrealistic. You know, you're throwing the receivers that you haven't practiced with, okay? But what I'm getting out of that is your ability to adapt to things that you haven't seen before, okay? Because what can happen in the NFL is you go into a game with guys you don't spend much time on.
It's hot.
Good. Excellent, okay. See, when you're scouting a guy, DJ, when you watch tape, okay, you can't really, I think, be accurate watching quickness and arm strength with the quarterback on tape. You got to see that live, okay? And watching on tape, you look good doing it. Now seeing you live, okay, it just reaffirms what I saw.
Stop.
Good.
Stop.
Good job. Let's go with the post corner first.
Stop.
That's it, perfect, okay? That's the thing. You want to get the arc so he runs under it, okay? Runs under it, good job. That's it. Good, okay, good. You're doing a real good job of coming off the ball with explosion, getting on that defensive back fast. Your routes are smooth, okay? You know, what's interesting, when you study players on tape, DJ, and then you work them out, some guys don't carry their pads well. Right. In other words, we drafted a guy one time. The guy was great in the workout, but we put the pads on. It was like he was carrying a tractor, okay? Carrying the luggage on the shoulder. See, you're not like that.
It's hot.
All right, good job. Nice arc on the ball. Let him run under it there. Good job, touchdown. Watching you on tape, okay, I saw some inconsistency in the deep ball, okay, as far as accuracy. Right here, this tells me you can do it, okay? And sometimes it's just a question of how much you work on it as opposed to not doing it a lot. All right, good job, okay? Very good job. Good catch, DJ.
Thank you.
Watching the tape, again, one of the things that I liked was your ability to track the deep ball and catch it.
Yes, sir.
Tell me what you feel you got to do when you're on the 5-yard line and you're being pressed here.
Gotta get him to move off his spot first. So like get him to move over to the inside so I have enough room for the quarterback to fade me out, catch the ball.
All right, good. Okay. Touchdown!
You know it.
No instant replay. You got it. Good job. All right, good.
Touchdown.
We'll be right back to the University of Maryland in a moment. A short time ago, the NBC Sports crew traveled to Danville, Virginia, to visit with the Edmonds brothers who played at Virginia Tech, Tremaine and Terrell, both of them outstanding prospects and should go high in this draft. Here's what you're going to see.
Coming from a family of 9, I had 6 sisters and 2 brothers. Yeah, it was a lot of sacrifice. You know, everybody in my family had a saying, boy, you got to work from can to can't. I'm like, can to can't? What you mean by can to can't? Can in the morning, can at night. So you work all day. They had a cotton mill here, so my father worked there. And my mom worked part-time working tobacco factory, so it got to be something better out there. I knew it had to be a better life. I took that motivation and used on the football field. No one in my family have gone to college at that time. When I left here, I was looking for an education. You know, sports came along. There was a vehicle to get me to school. By being good in sports, it gave me an opportunity to get a full scholarship to play for the legendary Bobby Ross. And at that point, I started realizing my potential. I said, hey, I could use that to get to the next level. I could do something that I envisioned going into college, but once I started working it, man, and things just started falling into place. I'm a very competitive person. So once I got to the NFL and saw other athletes from other schools, I'm just as good as the first round draft pick. I'm just as good as a veteran. Then you start working towards another goal, realistic goals, goals you write down, you check back, see have you accomplished the goals. Once I realized that, man, things started taking off from me. Football was a vehicle that got me a platform, got me money. Then what I'm gonna do for the next 50 years. At that point, you start putting another plan together. As a pro athlete, sometimes you get stuck in your own dreams that you can't follow your kid. I wanted them to be raised in a small city to give them opportunities to be successful. The story I like to tell, my dad died January of 1994. I got married July of 1994. Had my first child December of 1994. So I was here in Danville when things started to come together. Being a dad, being a father meant being there, not sending your kids somewhere, being there, being supportive of their dreams, being supportive of what they wanted to do. So that by living here in Danville, I knew they were going to allow me to be a dad, not just a provider.
For more on the NFL Draft, check out NBCSportsWashington.com.
Coming up next on the Charley Casserly Draft Special, we're going to go inside the film room with DJ Moore. Do you practice one-hand catches?
No.
You don't?
No, we don't practice.
You don't have that drill? Welcome back to the Charley Casserly Draft Special. We just got through working out Maryland wide receiver DJ Moore. Now, we're going to take him into the tape room. Okay, so you're lined up in the stack here, right?
Stack, yep.
Okay, running underneath route. That's a good jump and catch then, good extend.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just watch it from the end zone. What I liked about that is, let's go back here, okay, is what we talked about when we were on the field All right, I'm going to stop it when you catch the ball. See, right there, you caught the ball.
Right.
Okay, now let's go slow motion. Boom. No wasted steps there. See, that's outstanding where you hit that. Yeah, that's instinct. You hit the ground running, you made a move.
Right.
So that's great. Okay, so let's go back here on the play. Tell me what, you know the call in the huddle. What are you seeing on defense? Do you have to adjust to any of it on this route?
No, I don't have to adjust anything on this route because it's a tunnel screen. We're stack formation. This will be Liz stack, so I'm going to be number 2 behind the tight end. Just going to take a couple steps upfield and then go straight down the line, get behind my blockers right before the hash, just turn up, then it's all on me after that.
Okay, good. Oh, here's our secret weapon, this play. Huh? Okay.
The pass.
The pass. This is one of these things here where, you know, we might joke about it a little bit, but if I'm scouting you, obviously I'm making a note of this, but hey, this is another thing that you could do. Now, okay, now tell me what's happening.
We got the end around, so you're gonna hand the ball off to the running back, so he could pitch it back. Then I got the choice to either run the ball or to throw it to the quarterback that's slow playing it so that the defense don't really see him running downfield.
Okay.
So when I seen the defense come up, I just knew I had to get it out my hands.
Where are you lined up right now?
In the wing, in the backfield.
Okay, you're in the backfield.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's go.
We're gonna do a little slip route out the backfield, get upfield, just make something happen.
Okay, good. You know, the other thing here, as we see it, let's watch it from the end zone on this. Okay.
I'm gonna come in motion, see if the uncover, see if it's man or zone. Once we've seen it was zone, that we're gonna set up, get a quarterback a cue, just slip underneath, just have the blockers outside and go make a play.
Okay, good. So the little thing here, we've seen you line up wide, we've seen you line up as running back, we've seen you throw the ball.
Yep.
Okay, now, so from an offensive coach's point of view, that tells me, hey, this guy's pretty smart. This guy can do more than one thing. Okay, where are we lined up here?
In the slot, right?
The slot right there, okay? Okay, just tell me what happens. Okay, is there a mistake or something on the secondary? Or?
No, there's no mistake. Once it go middle field close, we run, if we're on the inside, we're gonna run the big box fade from the inside slot.
Okay, all right, let's start with this, okay. Okay, stop here. Tell me what's happening. You're coming off the ball there.
Off the ball. Yep. I'm looking to see if he ever moves to one way or another or becomes open coverage, but since it stays closed, I run the inside.
By staying
fade.
closed, you mean he stays right in the middle of the field?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so once you read him first, right? You're reading the free safety, okay? And the free safety stays in the middle of the field. All right, so what happens next now?
I know that I'm gonna run the big box fade from
Okay, so what is a big box fade?
It's like an inside fade where you, the person over top of you gain ground. Once you get near them, you hold the red line and wait for the ball on the red line.
Okay, so hold the red line means what?
Hold the 5 yards away from the sideline.
Right, so
the sideline.
Which you want, you've got to be disciplined on that 5 yards. Now, why do you have to be disciplined 5 yards away from the sideline?
Gives the quarterback enough room to either throw me onto the sideline.
Exactly, because what drives you crazy when you're a team and your receiver's catching the ball out of bounds because he doesn't hold that line. All right, so we got a press situation here.
Yep.
Okay, what's your job here now? Let's stop here. What are you trying to do? Just outrun him?
No, I got to set him up, but he didn't use his hands, so I just gave him a quick jab step, then speed release, and just stacked him.
Okay, you got speed release.
Yep.
You're just gonna run him now, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Hey, is Odell Beckham second here? Okay. All right, let's slow this down. Now, I'm gonna run it through so everybody can see the one-hand catch.
Okay.
Right here, watch that. One-hand catch. Fantastic. Let's see that slow motion now. Look at that. Okay, now, do you practice one-hand catches?
No.
You don't?
No, we don't practice.
You don't have that drill?
No, sir.
Hey, when I was coaching, we had that drill.
No, we
one-hand
don't have
catches.
it.
You practice what you're going to do in the game.
Nope.
Okay? So, is this just instinct to do this or what?
That was a reaction.
Just a reaction?
Yes, sir.
That's a heck of a catch.
Thank you.
So, all right. Now, you've got some clubs going to work out, okay? During these workouts, is there any particular thing that they've focused on, do you think?
I would say quickness, because I guess you can't tell on film, but once they get here, they be shocked at how quick I get in and out of routes.
Okay, so you've had a lot of route work with them.
Yes, sir.
Okay, a lot of route. How about board work? Anybody put you on the board?
Yeah, I got put on the board every time. They give me plays, they try to talk fast and see if I write down good notes, but every time I just spit what they said right back out and get it perfect.
Is there any NFL receiver that you've kind of looked at through the years and say, I like something he does, or been a hero to you, either any of that?
I watched Prissy Harvin and Jarvis Landry. Like those two, like Prissy Harvin's like athleticism and Jarvis Landry mentality.
When you say athleticism, what do you mean by athleticism?
Like being able to do everything, like versatile, like go in the backfield if needed.
He can play multiple positions.
Yes, sir.
Something like what you've done here.
Yes, sir.
You played multiple positions.
Yeah.
I know it's a great thing to be taking a certain spot in the draft, but at the end of the day, it doesn't mean anything anymore.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Right.
It's what you do for that second contract that's when your money comes.
Right.
Okay? So that's the
Okay.
thing there.
Yeah.
So, but you had a great career here, and Big Ten Receiver of the Year.
Yes, sir.
How about that one, huh?
Yeah, that was an exciting moment when
Was
I got
it?
that name called.
Uh-huh.
So yeah.
Good. All right. Now, did they give you a plaque or an award or something?
They gave me an award, a nice award too.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Well, congratulations on
Thank
that.
you.
Well, listen, hey, good luck. Okay, it's been an honor to spend this time with you, and I look forward to covering you next year.
Yes, sir. Thank
All
you.
right? Okay, now.
Yes, sir.
Coming up next on the Charley Casserly Draft Special with Kyle Lauletta, we're going to sit him down and put him through a general manager interview, just like I would back in the old days.
Welcome back to the Charley Casserly Draft Special.
Welcome back. I'm back with quarterback Kyle Lauletta from Richmond. We're going to do some board work. Kyle, let's start with your number one third down pass play here.
Sure. So this is a call I used in all 3 years I started at the University of Richmond. Plays Clemson, whack, 61 W missile. The W has what's called a short post route. The Z is going to run a 17-yard comeback. The Y is going to run a kill route. He's going to stem at the upfield shoulder of the mic and then come across, and then he's going to sit it down at the ghost tight end, which is where the tight end would be if he was on the other side of the ball. The read is 3 steps to the short post.
Okay, so that's your number one read.
Yes.
Okay, you want to get that.
Yes.
All right.
The first way he could be covered is from the Sam. You know, in this picture in a quarters look, normally we expect him to get width and buzz to the flat. But if he anchors down and doesn't get any width, that's when we can come outside and alert our comeback throw. But another situation where this guy would be covered, say the Sam buzzes out and gets underneath this comeback, and now the Mike pushes to guard to guard this short post route. That's another scenario to which we would move on in the progression. The W's not open. Now we're going to move across to this tight end. You know, now you're working off this will linebacker.
Kyle, we're going to have you draw up your number one red zone play here. Just conceptually, when you're in the red zone as a quarterback, what are some of the fundamental things you got to think about?
You can't take a sack in the red zone. Okay. You know, you don't want to take your team out of field goal position. You know, emphasis on taking care of the football. You know, the windows are smaller, the field is shortened, so, you know, we can't take too many chances, and we don't want to turn the ball over as well. This is kind of, we want to work zone. If we're in zone coverage, we want to work this side. If they're a man, this is our man beating a route. Okay. You know, so we had wipe, and we also had the ability to get to wax. Now, wipe and wax is the exact same route combination. It just changes the orientation. And wipe is the picture shown right here, and wax would be the X on the ball with the W off.
Okay, so wipe means what?
Wipe means that the inside receiver is going to run a numbers fade, is what we call our inside fade route, and the outside receiver is going to run a slant. But the important thing to note about wipe, we're basically, when the inside receiver is on the ball, we're trying to free up this X receiver on the slant.
If you hit this, where are you going to hit the throw?
We're going to hit it, you know, I would say right outside the hash. So he doesn't want to catch it any more, you know, inside the hash right there, because then he's going to get into traffic.
On this play here, obviously, you know, it's a red zone play. First thing you said to me, I got to protect the football. So that tells me you're thinking about the team first and you second in this. Yeah, I tell you what, this stuff here, you're outstanding.
Thank you.
I mean, you're not going to have any problem in the NFL as far as grasping what you have to grasp.
Thank you.
We've already done some work on the board. The next thing that happens is the team will want to interview Kyle. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to talk to Kyle about a few interviewing tips, and then I'm going to put him through an interview and ask him some real life questions that I would ask him if I was the general manager of an NFL football team. So as a guy coming into the room, if you were going to coach somebody, to sell themselves walking in the room, what would be, give me a coaching point or two.
Good posture, you know.
What do you mean by good posture?
Shoulders back, you know, chest out, just kind of have a presence about yourself, you know, in the room. Firm handshake, just kind of all the basic, you know.
Good, okay. The other thing is smile. Okay, people want to be around somebody they like.
Sure.
So smiling is something that's likability. Whatever question you're asked, always give an honest answer.
Right.
Now, why should you always give an honest answer?
Because teams want to know that they can trust you. I mean, if you're the quarterback of the football team, you have to be a stand-up person, and your teammates have to be able to trust you, and so do your coaches.
That's right. The other thing is they might know the answer to the question already. It could be a setup.
Right.
Right. And you're right. Coaches think like that. If I can't trust the guy to give me an answer in an interview, how am I going to trust him when it's the second quarter of the Super Bowl, it's 4th and 1, and I'm going to throw the ball to my quarterback, and he's going to catch it for a touchdown? Social media. Are you on social media?
Yes.
What are you on?
Instagram, Twitter, and that's it. Actually.
That's it, those two things. I'm on those two things, see? All right, I'll have to follow you. We'll follow each other. All right. Teams are going to go back on your social media and study anything that's there. They're going to look at who you follow. So you have to be able to defend what you've done.
Sure.
What's important going forward, and what you've done anyway, I hope, is that you got to be careful what you're doing. Social media cannot improve your draft status. You played at Richmond.
Yes.
Okay. So why do you think a quarterback who played at Richmond can have success in the NFL?
Well, I don't think it matters where you come from. I don't think the size of your school has any, you know, correlation to how good you are as a player. You know, I think the league that Richmond plays in, the CAA, is an outstanding football league, and we've proven that we can play with some top talent. You know, we beat the University of Virginia in 2016. You know, and I've proven that I can play well in those big moments.
As a leader, all right, how would you describe your leadership style?
Well, the one
At
thing
Richmond.
I've been asked that a lot, and my answer to a lot of the coaches has been, I don't have a specific style. I don't think effective leaders can zero in on one way of tending to the guys that he needs to talk to. I think depending on the situation and who you're dealing with, you know, you have to be able to tailor your style. You know, like I said, depending on the situation and, you know, what motivates the person that you're talking to.
You got to find the right button with everybody around you.
Absolutely.
How do you gain the respect, okay, of the players on that football team when you're the new guy on the block? Hey, this guy's from Richmond. Who the hell is he? What do you do?
Well, you have to, first of all, you have to earn their respect, you know, by the way you work. You know,
So your
work ethic speaks for itself. And
now describe work ethic at what?
Work ethic in everything, whether it's meetings, you know, showing up on time, showing up early, you know, being diligent in the film room, taking notes, asking questions, you know, playing hard on the practice field, staying after on the practice field, maybe gathering up a couple of receivers to go over, you know, to go over some routes. But I think, you know, going into the NFL as a young guy, you kind of have to ease into your leadership role. You can't, you know, you earn that respect and you earn the right to lead a team, you know, by one, the way you play, and by two, you know, getting to know your teammates better and building those relationships. So,
all right, well, good luck to you. I'll tell you what, I'm going to draft you right now. For more on DJ Moore and Kyle Lauletta and the entire draft, visit NBCSportsWashington.com.